Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of TCHS The Voice. This month is CTAE month, and today we have our welding teacher, Miss Wells.
Hi.
So, I'm interested to know, how did you get into welding?
I actually originally did dual enrollment classes and went to college for nursing. When COVID hit, I kind of felt like nursing wasn't for me, and I had a bunch of friends and buddies that were welders, and they seemed to really like their career choice. So I signed up for classes at Southern Regional and went from there.
Why do you personally feel like a student should get into welding?
I think welding, or really any trade, honestly, opens so many doors. It allows a different set of skills than those that you can do working at a desk. And I feel like a lot of students don't realize that they don't have to be stuck in an office or behind a desk. And if they want to get up and move every day and let out some of that energy, that they can make a lot of money off of doing something like that.
Mm-hmm. And I also know that like a lot of people wouldn't think of, women being in the welding program, but as a woman in the welding program, how was your experience?
I get that so much. There's been some rough times and some rough days, but at the end of it, I also feel like being a woman in the industry makes you a lot more memorable. A lot of people, they see you one time and they'll remember you because they're like, oh, that was the woman that did that. And I really enjoy it. I really enjoy showing women that they can do anything they want to, and they can be successful at whatever they want to. So it's overall been really enjoyable, even despite the hard times.
And for people that's in the welding program now, let's say that they're struggling or they want to give up, they feel like it's not for them. What advice would you give them to like motivate them?
Well, it's completely normal to struggle, and it's completely normal in the industry to go through some rough times just because of the workload and the things that welders and anybody in the trades deal with. But at the end of the day, just keep pushing. That's what I had to do, and every time I overcame something, what was on the other side was 10 times better. Even if it didn't feel like it was going to happen to begin with, when it did happen, it was really nice. I always say keep pushing.
Mm-hmm. I like that. What's your favorite aspect of welding? What does welding actually mean to you?
I've always loved that it really allows me to be completely involved in my workday. Mm-hmm. When you're under the hood and you're welding, it's really just between you and what you do with your hands. So it's really in depth and one-on-one between you and what's going on in your life. You have a lot of time to think. You have a lot of time to learn. And also just using your body every day at your job, it always has made me feel a little bit more fit and more healthy.
Okay. Well, as you know, it is coming up for senior graduation. What are some good schools that you recommend for seniors that want to further their path in welding?
Well, I went to Southern Regional. I specifically went to the Tifton campus. So Brad Simmons was my instructor, and that is like hands down one of my favorite programs at Southern Regional. There's maybe a few other tech schools around here. I can't quite remember their names, but I definitely recommend Southern Regional. It's hard not to when I work there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You had some very interesting answers today. I like you as a teacher. Good. I feel like yes. But that is all we have today. Thank you for tuning in to Turner County High School The Voice. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Yep.